He was a man with a hammer who invented the weed. Built the house we live in, my Moby. He can fix what we break, he can make what we need. A man with a hammer is a mighty fine thing to be.
Hello, my name is Keith Kelly. I teach integrated technology in Nokomis Regional Middle School here in Maine. I teach 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Today I'm going to talk to you about my STEM to Strings program. Basically, we're harvesting and processing our own wood from our own trees, milling them into their blanks, using CNC to cut our own bodies, and then to build guitars so that we can build them with our kids at the younger levels or at the higher levels, depending on what they would like. I teach at Nokomis Regional Middle School. We're 7 towns in Maine, in rural Maine. We just built a brand new middle school, high school, actually 2019. Half the school came online, the middle school. We closed 4 elementaries and moved some of the elementary kids to our 2 middle schools, and those middle schools merged into this middle school. The left side is the middle school, the right side is the high school. But what's really interesting about our property is we literally are surrounded by woods and trees and lots. So we have a lot of access to raw material just around us, and someone has gone and given us a 117-acre lot. They've donated it to the school. It's about, maybe 20 minutes from the school, not very far away at all. We're in the process of making this basically an outdoor classroom thing. And we're actually in the process of, we have a forester and the kids are in helping, where we're identifying the zones of the lots. This lot has some softwood areas, has some swampy areas, has some hardwood areas, identifying everything and then kind of figuring out how to manage it. We have an interesting opportunity with this. And it's kind of an interesting thing to create something from raw material, from stem to string, so basically right from the tree all the way through. It's a rare chance that actually happens, and actually something we're going to be creating a functioning piece of art when we're done as we go through. And we're in the middle of some of the processes as we speak. Our alternative ed kids are the ones kind of going to be involved with harvesting the wood, cutting it down, jigging it out of the forest, getting it out of the woods. Our high school classes are going to be more, high school science can be more involved with the conservation and deciding like how is that managed as well. And again, we have Maine foresters that are right helping us as we speak. I got a grant. We spent about $4,000, and we have a wood processor, a basic entry-level base processor, a Wood-Mizer that we purchased. Some of the reason we did that is connection through kids that family members or work for them. We wanted an entry level. We could have got bigger ones, but what we need is very simple. And then also talking about safety, basically. The higher levels up you go, you end up getting more portability, bigger woods, more hydraulics to be able to pick things up. What we're going to be doing scale-wise is not like a huge thing. The grant I got from Maine Agriculture is the grant that provided for this. And actually next year it's providing for a kiln shed that I'll talk about in a little bit. Basically, the kids we're cutting the trees, they're milling them down to the different sizes that we want, and then we're creating our materials. We'll be creating some billets and pieces so that we can, waste not, want not, we can go and mill the woods down to what we want. We're also going to go and we're going to actually produce lumber, boards and stuff for ourselves too as well. Some of my kids they're going to be in the process of making kit builds, so sheds, mini greenhouses, so that the CNC, we cut all the holes and it can just go there. But we're in the process of creating that product. What's cool is every year we'll have a new workforce, a new grade, and then we'll every year produce the wood. So to a point where 1 year is producing 2 years from now use. We're in the process of, this is the second half of the grant. We've got the first half, we've got the mill, and we're in the process of the trees and cutting them and up. We're going to be building a kiln dried shed. The good thing at school, you have labor force. So the kid is using the bandsaw and splitting it into the pieces for the glueability to then glue it into our blanks. And then we'll go and then we have to do some cutting of it, some assembly of it, cleaning it up, that type of thing, using the planer to level it all out for ourselves, so we have a really good solid square piece that can go into our CNC machine, and then our machine it will be cutting out our pieces. And then the cool thing is the kids are going to get a chance to pick out different body shapes, different body size, things of that nature that they would want to do. Thing that I would love to have happen is I would love to have the program go and actually end up where we could actually produce some raw material, some raw guitar bodies for people, so they would just have to either do the necks or get the basic components to it, so that it would go just from our school and could go out there. Because I find no one doesn't want to do the guitars. No one doesn't think that doing the guitars is a bad idea. What they do have is it's that price point, that entry level. That's like, so getting them more involved that way. And I think I'm trying to kind of flip how we do it. So I think if I do it from top to bottom and I get all the way through, that I'll have a chance to create the program that I'm looking for. And so I'm Keith Kelly. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. They will provide the information, and you can ask questions after watching. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.
It was a man with a hammer who invented the weed, built the house we live in, mine and Moby. He can fix what we break, he can make what we need. A man with a hammer is a mighty fine thing to be.